This is Jim Breuer. Jim Breuer, you'll notice, never had a Netflix special. He keeps having to put his specials on YouTube, and you might assume that means he's too edgy for the mainstream. But I have a different theory. But this is his theory. Hold on.
Are we getting our sense of humor back for people
I think
who are so offended, so uptight? Like it's for a while it wasn't okay to say certain things. Are we coming back around, Jim?
Well, yeah, I think so because you look at a guy like Shane Gillis.
Right.
He's if he was saying what he was saying probably a year or 2 years ago, oh my God, they were like, how dare you? Dare you say some of the things? And that is a guy that was canceled from SNL, and now he's hosting the damn thing. So either what I would call them the psychopaths have realized how crazy they are and going, you know what, maybe we should chill out a little bit. They go, we pushed it a little too far, or they're letting up a little. But I don't. Either way, it's people are getting. If anything, I think the woke.
Okay.
Going to see like
what he says is so funny though. I think it's on this clip.
That is dying horrendously. It's dying. Show me the one that talks about being woke for an hour on stage selling out arenas. You're not going to find them.
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
I wonder why that
exist. Who's selling out theaters? Who's selling out the arenas? I can guarantee you they're not going, hey, everybody, here's my pronouns and here's my nouns. They're just not, unfortunately. So, yeah. We're learning to laugh at common sense.
Comedians are by nature supposed to be woke. If you're like,
are you gonna be unaware of the world around you?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like basically, if you're not woke, and they're the people that are saying the dangerous thing. If it wasn't a dangerous thing to say, it wouldn't piss these people off.
Exactly.
Like they wouldn't fucking care.
You would. Well, he doesn't really say much though. Hold on.
So I don't fear it. It's not like I'm going to lose my development deal. It's not like I'm going to lose my Netflix deal. I don't have them. And to be honest with you, part of the raging was, and it's been my whole life, was right before all the madness started and all that jazz, right before it started.
When was that?
I remember I was talking with Netflix, and one of the guys in development said, Jim, huge fan. Gonna be dead honest with you, they're not in the business of white guys over 40 right now, and they're not going to be. And that made me go, so that's the world you guys are committing to. You're committing to, doesn't matter if it's funny, it doesn't, you got to be this color or that sexuality or that country or this thing or that country and that sexuality and that color in order for us to put our spotlight on. And that's not comedy. That's you trying to appease to a society that you're trying to create. So even when it was nutso for a while,
if you're not white and over 40, it's not comedy.
On stage when things were closed, I was going intense.
Okay, but that's just really fucking funny to me because the amount of people who are white and over 40 who have Netflix specials. Didn't Attell just come out with a Netflix special?
Yeah, somebody who's like actually fucking funny.
Yeah, I want to watch.
I mean, like, when was the last time? I mean, Bill Burr has how many Netflix specials?
Yeah, Bert Kreischer, John Mulaney, Tom Segura, Mark Norman, Pete Holmes, Mike Birbiglia, and Ricky Gervais. Boo! Ricky Gervais. Is Shane Gillis? Shane Gillis has got to be close to 40. The only one, I haven't seen the Dave Attell one, the only special that they've produced, original special, because there's older specials that are on there.
Right. That is true.
The only one I liked was Shane Gillis. I didn't like Paper Tiger. I didn't like John Mulaney's last special.
I like Neil Brennan, but I think he made that himself.
If I could take a pair of scissors and take all of the Dave Chappelle specials and cut all the lectures, you might have something. All the talkings too I get.
The talkings too. The finger wags.
The finger wagging I get. All the Hannah Gatsby-esque shit that I get. Dude, but
Can you believe this slur is mad? I called them their slur.
Now, this is my question. Do you think somebody from Netflix really said that to him? Or do you think he interpreted something somebody said that way? Or do you think that they said it to him as a way to sort of save his feelings?
I think that it is probably like a mix of the last two. I think that ultimately it is known. I'm not going to deny that there's like to me, I see a clear agenda to be like, hey,
have more diversity?
Yeah. And because of that, it's like, hey, maybe not a white
business.
dude every time. Exactly.
That's just a business decision.
But on the other end, I think there might have been a little bit of just like, hey, man.
Just between us.
You know.
Like pulling him aside and go, it's not you. It's just that you're white and these guys, you know.
Yeah, and it's honestly, that sounds like...
You got a lot of transgenders here,
It sounds like a 2-3 beer in conversation where it's just like, it's just because you're a white dude, bro, blah, blah, blah. It might have
don't
been
worry about it.
offhand.
You're funny. We all think you're funny. Don't worry about it, man.
It's like, nobody wants to tell him he's past his prime.
Oh, God, did he have a prime?
Yeah,
I want to...
He's trying to fit into his jersey again. Somebody let him down easy.
He constantly complains about Saturday Night Live and about his bad experience at Saturday Night Live, and nobody ever talks about this. I just want to point something out. He's an industry plant.
Oh, really?
There were certain periods of time, like Shane Gillis, Norm Macdonald was fired and then came back to those. They did not want to fire him. They didn't want to fire Shane Gillis. They didn't want to fire Norm Macdonald. I think they wanted to fire Jim Breuer because the same people that wanted to fire Norm Macdonald, the exact same people, wanted to hire Jim Breuer. Jim Breuer is an NBC pick.
Okay.
They didn't find him.
Okay.
He was thrust upon them. And I saw his audition, and it was awful. And I think what they were thinking of when they saw him, like Dr. Phil, they want to like appeal to the Midwest.
Okay.
And they're like, he's not one of those fancy talking comedians. He's a comedian who makes funny noises.
Do you like sound effects? Tune in at 11:30.
I think that they thought that they missed the boat with Jim Carrey. The NBC executives thought that they missed the boat with Jim Carrey, and they're like, this is going to be the next Jim Carrey.
Okay. His name's Jim, too.
Except
people will get them mixed up.
He had no imagination. He didn't come up with Goat Boy. He just made the noise. All right? And his idea was the Joe Pesci show. Like, I'm Joe Pesci. Oh, bada bing. Oh, I'm gonna talk to a guest and insult him and then hit him with a baseball bat. Oh.
That's who he really is. That's who Joe Pesci is.
Yeah. You know that thing? Yeah, okay. But
based on
well, actually,
events.
Joe Pesci kind of is.
Is he? I don't even know.
Apparently, he goes around telling people, listen, you want a little advice from me as a man to man? Don't eat pussy because it will. Because your woman will never respect you again. Be like, but I like the taste, Joe.
Right. What about me?
What about me? All right, this is the real reason he can't get a Netflix special.
He's going on. No, what I mean is, what is going on?
Ooh, that's
right? Like, it's past. It's past if you're divided politically. Even, you have to admit, even if you're like, I don't care, as long as it's not, you know who. Like, that was like a demonic, like the devil came out and just whoever, like, we're gonna make people hate Donald Trump, hate. Get him. I hate Donald Trump. He's a racist. He's a dead white supremacist.
Okay, that annoys me. It's white supremacist.
Right.
You know, there's nothing. I can't.
What is he talking about?
I think he's talking about people who don't like Donald Trump. And that's what.
That's like a lot of people.
Insurrectionists. They lynch people. because I saw the news channels. I saw them saying, he's racist, he's sexist. You
I don't think he watches the news.
Yeah, the people's problem with Donald Trump isn't. I mean, some people are gonna call him a racist, and they have, but that's not even the main issue that people have with this dude. Like, that's just a sidebar. Like it's,
Yeah, I'm like, here's my main issue.
he's not any more racist than any other president. Like,
My social security, my right to vote. Those are the two things I'm worried about.
yeah, you know what I mean. Just the basic belief in like the political system itself.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
Not
I
wanting
mean?
to go to a camp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think that's why people don't dislike Donald Trump because he's. I don't know if he knows who Donald Trump is.
But he's not even saying any real reason why. Like, he's not saying anything. Like, it's just noises.
It's just a general.
You would
bag.
just wake up to pee in the middle of the night. He hates Mexicans and he says they're rapists and he hates black people and he... What? They had, remember the Women's March? We're gonna march! I have a vagina!
I got a vagina on my head. 4 months ago.
Jesus,
He's
Christ.
got a lot of specials, by the
Donald
way.
Trump hasn't been president for over a year. Like, this came out 4 months ago.
Well, dude, that's who he's got. I mean, you know. That's who he caters to. That's who his audience is.
Well, what's gonna happen, like, if and when Trump wins again? I'm gonna say when, but like if, right? Like when he wins again. So now all of you people that were just like, we had to defend him. Now what are you gonna fucking joke about now, bro? Like, what is there for you to even do? Like, do you have?
they're that's gonna be bad.
Yeah. Do you have like a personal life that you could talk about, or an actual opinion on something with some kind of permanence? Or?
They're gonna go after each group, and they're gonna be the new boogeyman. And then when that group is just completely decimated, except they're gonna have power. So when that group is completely decimated, they're gonna move to the next group. This is the nature of fascism. Have you ever seen the movie Elephant?
No.
Okay,
but
well,
I do know
it's
about
a recreation. It's a recreation of the Columbine shootings.
Okay.
And at the end of, they just shoot everybody. And then at a certain point, they run out of people to shoot. So one guy just shoots the other. They're going to gobble everything up. It's like cancer. It'll take this group and this group and this group, and then they'll just kill each other. And then the world will end.
Watch out.
I mean, I don't want to be
Stay
hyperbolic.
woke, but not publicly woke, because
Yeah, I
then
don't
they're gonna
even
know.
dude. I was thinking about selling out. Did you ever hear my selling out plan?
No, how are you gonna sell?
This
I
was-
thinking
oh, you're
about
gonna
it.
love this. You're
I was
gonna
thinking
love
about
this.
selling out, bro.
So, my dad lives in, well, he lives in Indonesia now.
Okay.
But at the time he lived in Thailand that I came up with this plan. And what I was going to do is go to Thailand, go to a comedy club. Now, there's a rule. You could say anything you want to in Thailand.
Okay.
They have total free speech, but you can't insult the king.
Okay.
So I was going to write I was going to write an amazing transgender joke about the king. Someone that he would find massively insulting. And then I would get arrested. But then they would have to, but when it makes the news, they would have to include the joke, which would be a transgender joke. And then when I got out of jail, I'd be like, I'm the comedian that got canceled by the transgender community.
Yo, do it.
You know, clearly I made a joke about the king. That's why I was jail.
I was actually gonna. Sell
But if you blame trans people, I'll get on Joe Rogan like that.
I was gonna sell out just like Beyonce did like a few months ago.
Just cut them up with a country album.
Yeah, well, like I was on eBay randomly, and I was just talking to a friend of mine. I'm like, yo, how dope would it be if I just started looking like dressing like a cowboy, and then just going on stage and like, cause I'm not some country dude.
Do
at all,
it.
like, but just go up there and start fucking doing it. Have a whole fucking stick, and just, you know what I mean, be vaguely quasi-conservative, and then just talk about, just as a black cowboy, they're taking our freedoms away, and like and just like cater to those fucking people.
Mr. Potato Head,
Like, okay.
Dr. Seuss, you can't green eggs and ham no more. You can't. You're gonna be like, what's his face?
Pepe Le Pew.
Who's that kid with the sleeveless shirt?
I know who you're talking about.
Who
I
some
can't
people
remember his
don't
fucking
know
name,
if he's
'cause-
really from Arkansas.
Oh,
You're gonna be like Don
Black-
Cheadle in Boogie Nights.
yo, that would be dope.
You remember
But
him?
yeah, no,
He had
I
the
love Boogie
frills.
Nights. Like, but I that was my plan. I was like, because I'm thinking about it, it's like, okay, I've been doing stand up a decade more or less. I was like, at this point, I've had whatever random ass success, you know what I mean? Whatever, I can only go up. You know, it is whatever effort I put into it. I know how to do this well enough that I should just fucking completely sell the fuck out, come up with some bullshit fucking character to just cater to what everybody's doing.
Yeah,
And-
I tried
and-
to do it with that Russian thing, but there were no biters.
Yeah,
No one was biting.
you might be able to do it now. Like,
You think so?
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Like,
should go back. I should
maybe.
try to do it again.
It's like it's the timing of it.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
yeah. It always went. It always does well. It kills it. Fucking wise guys.
Like this would be a great time for me to come out as like just like a lighthearted Israeli comedian. Like doesn't talk about politics at all.
Republicans love black people. I mean, not black people, but individual black people.
Right, a black
They
person.
will tell them what they want to hear.
Right,
The black friend.
right. They like a black person.
They like
right.
the black. Exactly, the black friend. There's literally a guy who calls himself a comedian, but he's not really a comedian. But he met Donald Trump, and he will go. He's a black guy. He's a young black guy named Terrence something, maybe Terrence Williams or something.
I think
He
I've
wears
heard
a
of this dude.
MAGA,
I
a
think
red
I've heard of
hat,
this
and he
dude.
will literally eat fried chicken while watching videos. And that's his whole show.
That sounds amazing.
It's his entire
actually.
shtick.
Like-
Or he'll get pancakes with Aunt Jemima syrup. Like that's his whole shtick.
Yeah, that sounds
He
like
makes a lot of money.
it sounds like fun on its own, but just doing it as the face of it is just like, bro, what do you do? I want to know, what do you really wear, or are you so embedded in this fucking
I don't believe. I think
Just
that
like
half these
tap
people even
dancing
believe in
act.
this shit.
like?